Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session this morning. I apologize for a little bit of the scratching there. I was a bit thrown off. It's my little puppy who's decided now it's time to scratch, and he's outside, so it's difficult to move. Anyway, so there's a little bit of scratching, and I apologize if you hear that. But so good to see you all. It's been quite a long time. So I think the last time I did one of these NHRS sessions with you, where we got to share 45 minutes to an hour, was quite a while ago, probably a few months, six months maybe. So as always, it is an honor and a privilege for me to be here. Some of my favorite places in the world are in your country, and so it brings back good memories and it puts a smile on my face just to be with you on the call today. So as always, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for putting your wellness first. And today, as you can see on the screen, we are doing 10 healthy habits that'll change your life. Just a few housekeeping rules then, or suggestions or recommendations. Don't forget that the chat is open all the time. So whenever you want to chat to me, whenever you want to ask a question, whenever you want to share with the rest of the group, you can. We'll see it first, and then obviously we'll publish it. So if it's an anonymous chat, if you'd like to keep it anonymous, just simply say so, and then we will make sure that it's just between me and you. So I can see you at any time simply by popping any message that you need to in the chat, and I would love to hear from you today. And actually, I would like to start with that. Before we jump into the 10 healthy habits that'll change your life, let us go away. There we go. Let us have a check-in with ourselves. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. So before we get started today, how are you? How are you feeling? Tell me a little bit about where you're at by popping in the chat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Are you number 1? Excited and ready to embrace the day? That's on your screen right now. Are you number 2? Maybe you're frustrated with any current situations. Maybe you're number 3. You're relaxed and you're at ease with everything. Could you possibly be a number 4? Filled with lots of feelings. Maybe you're a number 5, snowflake. Maybe you are overwhelmed by your long to-do list. And if you are a number 5 snowflake today, thank you. Thank you for putting your mental wellness first. Thank you for choosing yourself, because you've got a huge to-do list. And notice how you put yourself at number 1 today. Thank you. Thank you for that. What about number 6? Maybe you're worried about what's coming up, the day, the weekend, the month. Maybe you're concerned with the future. Maybe you're a number 7. You are inspired by lots of new, exciting ideas. Or you're a number 8. You delighted by gratitude and love. Or you number 9, you exhausted by the day-to-day grind. Which are you? The day-to-day grind, sorry. Which are you today? How are you? I'm checking in. Which snowflake are you? And by the way, I'm not using the term snowflake like our libertarians do or the conservatives do. I'm reclaiming it. Okay. What snowflake are you today? How are you feeling, friends? So I'm kind of a number 3 and a number 1 today. So I'm excited and ready to embrace the day. Lots happening today. And then I'm also relaxed and at ease with everything. So I'm a number 1 and number 3. What are you? Pop it in the chat right now. Let's share with each other. Thank you. They coming through. A number 4, fantastic. Thank you. Anonymous, a number 4, filled with so many feelings. I feel you. Watch those feelings. Just watch them. Just observe them. Just see them, right? You don't have to get involved in them. They don't have to define your life. You just see them. Just be mindful of them. And number 6, thank you so much. Worried about what's coming up next. Thank you for that. Oh, and number 9, exhausted by the day-to-day grind. I'm giving you a high five of Red Bull, friend. I'm giving you a high five of Red Bull. I know how it can get super stressful jobs. And so being exhausted, I feel you. I'm giving you a big energizing hug today. Fantastic. All right, there we go. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for all of those coming in. Remember that checking in, vitally important. Because why? Because self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. What do we mean by that? For us to be emotionally intelligent, we have to be self-aware of how we feel. We then have to be able to manage that awareness, manage that awareness, right? That understanding of where we're at, then an understanding of others, and an awareness of others. So thank you. Also number 1 and a number 3 coming through nicely. So thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, are you ready for our 10 healthy tips or healthy habits that'll change your life? So one of the things that I want to be very clear on from the beginning as we jump in is the word habits. So you'll notice how what we're speaking about is long-term habits. We're not speaking about something which you can just jump into, something that you can do once and imagine that it's going to help you. These are long-term habits that you want to try to generate. I want you to imagine that it's like having a bath, or it's like having a shower, right? When you go and have a shower, it does clean you, but you have to do it again every day for you to be clean. You can't simply just shower once and expect to be clean for the rest of your life. This is the same with these habits we're going to speak about today. What you've got to do is you've got to try to make these into habits. So they're particular practices, tips, tools, or ideas, but you really want to try to get them into becoming habits. And there are different ways in which we can do that, but you begin by doing them. You begin by saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to try this out. And then today, tomorrow, the next day, as we begin to form the habits. Okay, let's jump straight into number 10, friends. And number 10 is 10 minutes of sunshine daily. 10 minutes of sunshine daily. Why? Why do we need sunshine? Luckily, first of all, we live in Africa, so that's amazing. We get lots and lots of sunshine, and sunshine is so good for us. So firstly, it sets our circadian rhythm. What is the circadian rhythm? The circadian rhythm, or the cycle, is the natural internal process that regulates the sleep and the wake cycle and repeats roughly every 24 hours. So if that cycle is slightly out of tune, what you want to do is you want to get into the sun. It's going to automatically set that circadian rhythm. And then it boosts your vitamin D. And vitamin D is good for so much: your teeth, your bones, your immune system. It improves your brain function. It boosts your mood, makes you feel good. And it can also aid in weight loss. So if you want to lose some weight, then get into the sun. It really does help. What are we speaking about when we say 10 minutes of sunshine? So the first thing is you want to try to get this 10 minutes of sunshine as soon as you can in the morning. So the best thing to do as soon as you get up is to draw the curtains and get some sun into your life, and then go and stand outside and just be in the sun. You don't want sunglasses to be on. You want to take those off. Don't look directly into the sun, but you really want to get that sun on your skin, through your eyes. Open up your eyes. The serotonin is absorbed through, or created, when sun hits the eyeballs. So you really want to open up your eyes. You want to get that serotonin in, and you just want to be in the sun. Try to do it the first thing in the morning. So wake up, draw open the curtains, go and grab yourself a cup of something to drink, and go and stand in the sun. A minimum of 10 minutes, ideally around 30 minutes a day. Cool, so that's number 10. Number 10 is 10 minutes of sunshine daily. Okay, number 9, we've heard this before. Exercise, exercise, exercise. 9,000 steps daily, friends. Exercise is one of the best things you can do for your brain and your body. It boosts serotonin and dopamine. These are two of the happy hormones that we need. It increases something called the BDNF function. Now, what that is that provides instruction from the brain to the spinal column, and it helps communicate. It's a little protein that helps communicate between the brain and the nervous system. And exercise helps and boosts those BDNF functions. So they actually really, really help us and our body sort of communicate with itself. It also increases your blood flow. And we know how important that is, from the body to the brain. So number 9 is 9,000 steps daily. So a lot of people will say to me, Grant, but are there not other ways in which we can do this? Sure. But the reality is that you have to go out and exercise. And when I say sure, there are other exercises you can do. You can do slow moving exercises. So slow moving exercises are Tai Chi or yoga. So those that are struggling with knee problems. But the truth is, you have to get out there. You have to get your heart pumping. You have to get moving, right? One of the interesting things about walking is that it also helps with our stress. So when you are super stressed, this is a fantastic way to help yourself de-stress. Why? So there is a little thing in the back of our brain, and it sits over here, and it's called the amygdala. And this guy or girl, depending on what you want to name him or her, they look out for danger all around us. And what they do is the brain sends the signal of danger to the amygdala. The amygdala switches on. And once the amygdala switches on, it's now activated. And it sends signals to other parts of the body to say, hey, we're in stress mode. We're in fight or flight or freeze or fawn mode. Okay, fight or flight or freeze being the three ones that us mammals usually go under when we are in stressful situations. So we see a lion and now we're in fight or flight. Okay, fight or flight. So what happens is that signal comes from here. So what we want to do is we want to either try to deactivate the amygdala or at least slow down the processing of the amygdala. Interestingly, forward movement helps do that. It's got to do with the eyes and it's got to do with forward movement. So when we are walking forward. When we are swimming forward. When we're doing Tai Chi, where we are moving forward, it's really important to get a forward movement to help regulate some of the activity in the amygdala. It doesn't necessarily switch it off completely, but it can help regulate that. So forward movement is really important, and this is why these 9,000 steps are so important. And that's number 9 today, friends, is 9,000 steps daily. Okay, number 8 of your healthy habits that you can begin to get or create to change your life is 8 hours of sleep. Don't let Netflix, don't let TikTok steal your sleep. Sleep is so good for us. It boosts our cognition. It boosts our physical performance. It boosts our overall health. When we sleep, our brain's lymphatic system is activated. It clears out all of the cellular wastage and debris. I want you to imagine that it's like a computer defragging. Sleep is so important for each and every one of us. Now, I know that there are going to be parents on this call and they're thinking, Grant, you are smoking your socks if you think I'm going to get 8 hours. Sure. But try, okay? Try maybe 7 hours or 6 hours, but try to get as much sleep as you can in one cycle, right? One sleep cycle. Here are some tips of that could possibly help you. Okay, number 1 is stick to a sleep schedule. So just like a child, right? Set aside the time and say, I'm going to go to bed at 10. I'm going to wake up at 6. We know this with our children. If we get them into bed by 8 o'clock and we wake them up by 6 o'clock, they feel good, they're refreshed, they behave, they get a good, nice sleep, or they behave better. They get a good, nice cycle of sleep. We're exactly the same. If you can stick to a schedule, try to do that. Try to stick to a schedule. Number 2 is pay attention to what you're eating and what you're drinking. So in other words, if you're drinking coffee, try to drink it before 3 o'clock. Try to see what it feels like when we eat a big meal. Can we sleep? Are there certain types of food that affect you? So I find that if I eat, so weirdest thing, if I eat chickpeas or things that are quite difficult to digest at night, I kind of struggle to sleep. Where if I eat a lighter meal at night, then I sleep better. So I try to eat a bigger lunch and then a less big dinner, which is not always easy to do, but just watch your own body. Then create a restful environment, friends. They say it needs to be dark, it needs to be quiet, and it needs to be cool. That's it. Dark, quiet, and cool. Limit daytime naps. Again, we are all working professionals, and I don't know how many of us can have daytime naps, but if you are lucky to have the time to take a nap, try to limit it, specifically late in the afternoon. So if you're going to catch a little nap, catch it now at about 11, 12 o'clock, a little siesta, and then make sure that you are awake until the rest of the evening. And then, like we said, if you can include number 9, which is 9,000 steps, if you can include some physical exercise, that's going to help you sleep. And then finally, manage your worries. These are difficult, and I want to give you one little tip, one little tool that I like to use when it comes to managing worries. And you know, I wish I could credit this. I can't remember who taught me this, so I'd love to credit it. It's not from me. Actually, nothing is from me. I just take everybody else's stuff and articulate it to you. So I don't know where I got this practice from, and I really apologize. If any of you know where this practice comes from, please let me know. It's called One Last Worry, and it goes like this. What you do is you get into bed. Okay, I'm in bed now. And you say to your brain, okay, brain, you officially allowed to worry about whatever it is that you need to worry about. Go. One last time, worry about it. I got 0 issues with you worrying. Off you go, boop, worry. Now I start worrying. Oh, I've got to get the dog here. I've got to get the child here. I've got to worry. Oh, the project. I've got to worry about money. I don't know where I'm going to get more money. I have to think about money, and I worry about this and the relationship. And you let your brain go. Okay, you let your brain go. You let it worry. And then what you begin to do slowly is you begin to say to your brain. Yo. One last time. Okay, that's it. One last time. And then if the brain comes back, starts to worry about you, say, okay, cool. You are only allowed to worry one last time about that. So worry about the dog, one last time, done, bye-bye. Worry about the cat, one last time, bye-bye. Worry about money, one last time, okay, bye-bye. And if it comes back up, cool, give it the opportunity, say like, okay, cool, go for it, and then good night. Okay, good night, bye-bye, no more, one last time. So this is really going to help you slowly to begin to stop the worry, manage the worry, and go to bed. Thank you so much for your messages. Taking daytime naps has been almost like a religious growing up for me. I instilled it with my son. I love that. But you want to be careful of taking those naps close to the time where you need to sleep. It's going to affect that, right? Okay, beautiful. Let's go into the next one. And we've now got number 7 glasses of water, friends. There is no magic bullet in health, but if there was, it's this guy. Okay, drinking water is an incredible way to maintain the balance in the body. You know that we are 60% water. The function of these bodily fluids helps with digestion, absorption, circulation, creation of saliva, transportation of nutrients, maintenance of your body temperature. Water can help you control calories. For years, dieters have known if you drink a lot of water, it's going to help you lose some weight. Water is not a magical thing, but it might just be, friends. It might just be. It is so good for you. Water keeps your skin looking good. It helps with your kidneys. It helps with waste excretion. It gets rid of the main toxins in your body. It's just, man, it's just magic, all right? Magic. And you want to get to about 7 glasses of water a day. Okay, how can we do this? Because 7 glasses is a lot. How do we do this? Here's a few tips and tools. First of all, have water with every snack or every meal. Just a glass of water. Every time you eat something, guzzle down a glass of water. Next is as soon as you wake up, first thing in the morning. Remember, we're drawing the curtains up first thing in the morning. And then what we want to do is you want to go and grab 250 mils of water and drink that first thing in the morning. It has genuinely helped me. What I do is I drink 2 glasses of water first thing in the morning. And already now I only have 5 to go. If you think about that, so you go 2 glasses in the morning, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 1 more, we good, right? 1, 2 more. There we go. My maths is terrible. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. And then those 2 snacks and we good. Then eat more fruit and veg. Fruit and veg contain water, lots of water, and it's a fantastic way to get your daily water needs. And then finally, a great little piece of advice that I was once given is keep a bottle of water in your car, in your desk, or at your desk, in your bag, wherever you go, just have a bottle of water. 3 bottles of water, clean those obviously every night, but just keep them around with you. And this is a fantastic way. When you're in the car, you can drink. When you are at your desk, you can drink. When you are opening up your gym bag, you can drink. And so you're always conscious of the water. And if you see it, you drink it. You see it, you drink it. Another thing I would like to recommend is don't jump straight into it, right? Don't jump straight into it. In other words, what I'm trying to say is if you only drink 1 glass of water, don't try to drink 7 tomorrow because you're going to wee a lot and that's going to upset your sleep. It's going to upset the way you're feeling. So start slowly. So if you're only drinking 1 glass of water, then drink a 2nd glass of water tomorrow. So make it 2. The next day, make it 3. The next day, make it 4. The next day, maybe make it 5. Stick to 5 for a few days, then 6, then 7, and maybe even then you can push it to 8 and start drinking more water. Thank you so much for all your messages coming in. I see one that says, sorry, I asked the daytime nap question without indicating my name. How is this adverse? So Clemcia is saying, sort of how is it that you know, why must we limit our naps when it comes to sleeping? Well, it's pretty simple, right? Is that you kind of want to be tired by the end of the day. You know, so you can have small little naps, but what you don't want to do is by the end of the day feel up and ready to rock and roll because you're not going to get your 8 hours of sleep. So it's a pretty simple way of just saying to yourself, look, just limit your daytime nap so that you are a little bit tired by the end of the night because then you're going to get your good 8 hours of sleep. And what that's going to help with is a sleep schedule. Because if one day you're not tired and you're going to bed at 12 and you're waking up at 6, the next day you're dead tired, you're going at 7. Sleep experts say to us that this really doesn't help us. It really helps us to get into a schedule. I hope that answers your questions. Okay, let's jump to number 6. And number 6, friends, is 6 minutes of mindfulness. 6 minutes of mindfulness. A mindfulness practice is a game changer for your emotional and your mental health. Literally, it's a game changer for your focus. It helps boost your mood. It helps and gives you time to internally reflect. It helps with self-discipline. It helps with your sleep. It gives you a healthy sleep. It actually helps our brain grow. It helps our brain grow. It reverses the signs of aging in our brain. It is such an important practice. And if each and every one of us can meditate for 6 minutes a day, a mindful meditation, I promise you that you are going to be healthier, happier. You're going to make the world a healthier, happier place because you are healthier and happier. It's not just going to help you, it's going to help everyone around you. Let's speak about what a mindfulness practice looks like. So often when people speak about a mindfulness practice, they think that what I've got to do is I've got to sit and I've got to focus on my breath, and that's all I do. And then if my mind is distracted, well, that's not a good thing. And they come to me and say, Grant, I tried this mindfulness practice. It doesn't work, bro. It doesn't work. Because why? Because my brain, all it does all the time is it just goes to different ideas, thoughts. It's busy, and it doesn't work for me. And then they leave it. Okay, I want to help you out today. Here's the thing. The brain is naturally busy. The brain is naturally filled with thoughts. It's totally normal, totally natural. So what do we do? What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring our mind back to the breath. We are not worried about these thoughts. These thoughts are natural, they're normal. These feelings, these emotions, we're supposed to have them. It's a good thing. But what you do is you bring the mind back to the breath. Bring the mind back. It's in that practice that we grow the brain, that we help rewrite the neurons in the brain, that we grow the hippocampus and the prefrontal cortex. It's in the practice of bringing the mind back. So I want to teach you the 6 R's today. What you do is you're focused on your breath. You can try this right now. You can close your eyes, you can lower your shoulders, and you can simply be present in the moment. And as you do this, let's focus our attention, our awareness on the breath softly, and just feel what it feels like to breathe. Feel what it feels like to be with that breath. And really just rest our focus softly on the breath. If you're driving, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but if you're not, just sit for a moment. And what you'll begin to realize is sooner or later, a thought will come up, a feeling will come up, a distraction will come up. We won't be focused on the breath anymore. And once that happens, we run through the 6 R's. We recognize that we focused on something else. We release that something else. We relax. We re-smile and we return to the breath and we repeat the cycle. So step number 2 and 3, step number 4 and 5, step number 2 and 3 can be done together. Step number 4 and 5 can be done together. I'm going to give you a little hack right now that's going to help you with this. We're breathing. Recognize that you're thinking about something else. Exhale, relax. Release that something else. Inhale, re-smile, and return to the breath. So, recognize that you are focused on something else. Exhale, relax, release that other thing. Inhale, re-smile, and return to the breath. There we go. You can open up your eyes. That's the mindfulness practice. And what you're going to try to do is get 6 minutes of that. And a good way to remember that is just the 6 R's. Recognize, release, relax, re-smile, return, and repeat. Good job. Well done. Well done. There we go. Okay, number 5. I'm going to sound like your mother or your father now. I apologize, but 5 servings of fruit or veg. You know, even our carnivorous friends, you know, these guys that have started eating, maybe you're one of them. They keto and they eat lots of meat and lots of fats and all the rest of it. Even them, more and more, the doctors are saying, okay, cool, but please just get some fruit and veg in. And they'll use particular types of fruit or veg to stay in ketosis. So they won't necessarily use like root vegetables or whatever it is, but even them, they need their fruit and veg. It's really important for you to do that. And you need about 5 servings of fruit and veg. When we speak about a serving and we're asking how big that is, if you want to cup your hand quickly, that's going to be your serving. So if you cup your hand, that's going to be your serving. So when we say 5 servings of broccoli, it's 5 servings of these, right? Let's not make it all 5 servings of broccoli. It's going to kill me. But it's sort of that size. That's a serving. You're looking for 5 of those. Here's some quick fire and easy ways in which to help you get your 5 servings is smoothies and snacks. So when we speak about smoothies, I have a smoothie every day. And what I do is I take a sort of a piece of broccoli Maybe it's not a full serving, but I take a big piece of broccoli and I chuck it in that fruit smoothie and I don't even taste it, friends. I don't even taste it, and it's there. And then maybe you can snack on some of the fruit and veg that you have. This is going to help you. Yes, I know I told you I was going to sound like our mom and our dad now, but it's so important. All right, number 4 is 4 breaks during the day. So this is a wonderful one, 4 breaks during the day. What you want to try to do is with these breaks, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sort of a plan for the day that you can execute. We're going to do 3 breathing exercises, 3 breathing spaces, and 1 stretch per day. Those are going to give you 4 breaks. So we start our day off, and maybe at around 11 o'clock, we do our first stretch. And here you can literally just go online, YouTube, 5 minutes of stretches. You want to bend forward, you want to bend sideways, you want to move that spine in a C if you can, you want to use the neck a little bit, you just want to move the body a bit. That's your first break. Now you've got 3 more breaks. By the way, why do we do this? We do this to energize ourselves, to relax us, and to place us in what we call the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the nervous system that is not dictated by the amygdala, the fight or flight. That's the social interaction state. That's the state where we are at our happiest and we aren't stressed. We have a way to get the body to tell the mind that there is no lion. And how we do that is through taking these breaks. So if you're super stressed, you want to move your body from the sympathetic nervous system, the stress system, into the parasympathetic nervous system. And we do that through these 4 breaks that we're going to speak about today. So one is stretching. The other are 3 different breathing techniques we're going to do together. 3 different breathing techniques. Okay, the first one is called the parasympathetic sigh, and it works a little something like this. We're going to do it together. Okay, we're going to do all of them together now quickly. Okay, parasympathetic sigh. It's 2 inhales and 1 long sighing exhale out of the mouth. 2 inhales and 1 long sighing exhale out of the mouth. I'm going to show you first, and then we're going to do it together. So one of the breaks we're going to stretch, the other one we're going to do the sigh, and this is how we're going to do it. So watch me. Notice what I did. Take a deep in breath, then top that in breath up. So you're breathing in to like 80%, 90%, 100% of your capacity, and then top that up. Take a quick, short, final one, and then a long exhale through the mouth. And you want to hear that. We're going to do 3 of them. Want to do it together? Okay, let's go. Parasympathetic nervous system. Don't worry about the hands. That's just me showing you. Let's go together. First inhale. 1, 2, 3. Through the nose. Well done. Let's do it again. And one more. Already, right? You can just feel. Dr. Huberman, by the way, invented this parasympathetic nervous system sigh, and it works really well. So thank you. I don't know why it's called a sympathetic sight on my slides. I apologize, but it's a sigh. Okay, well done. So here we go. We're going to stretch. Then we're going to do this one. Now we're going to take another break, and this is called box breathing. And again, a fantastic way to just calm down the nervous system. Box breathing works like this. What you do is you breathe like a box. For 4 seconds, you inhale. Then for 4 seconds, you hold the breath. For 4 seconds, you exhale. And for 4 seconds, you hold the breath. So it's inhale, hold the breath, exhale, hold the breath. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale, hold the breath. Now, what's interesting is that this exhale over here, once we completed it, we want to hold our breath on the exhale, which is not something that we usually do. When me and you jump into a pool, we inhale, hold the breath. So we're far easier at holding our breath. We're good at holding our breath when we have inhaled. We're not so good at holding our breath when we exhale. So this might be a little bit difficult. So if you want to shorten that one, you can shorten it by a few seconds, maybe do a 3-seconder there instead of a 4-seconder. But let's try this together. We're going to do 3 rounds of box breathing. Here we go. And let's start slowly by inhaling through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale slowly through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the tough one. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. You did well. Let's inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Let's exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Let's hold the breath now. Yeah, you're on 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. One more round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly. 2, 3, 4. And hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's start breathing normally. Well done. Well done. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, that slows the breathing down. If you think of it logically, and it's not entirely logically what's happening, there's lots happening in the brain, lots happening in the body. But logically, if you think about it, if you're in fight or flight, in other words, you are in total stress mode, right? The lion is attacking you. There's no ways that you can begin to rhythmically breathe. There's no ways. So, in other words, the cue from the brain sends down, says, fill up the lungs, we're ready to fight or flight. Now what me and you are doing is we're reversing that signal. We're saying to the body, hold on, breathe like this. It's then going to tell the mind that everything is okay. Okay, we got one more break that we have to do. This is called the high five of mindfulness. I want you to take your dominant hand for a moment and lift it up for me. If you're right-handed, it's this finger. If you're left-handed, it's this finger. There we go. I see it. Okay, now take up and lift your other hand. And you can actually place it in front of you. So I'm placing it here for you to see, but you can place it in front of you. Okay, and then you're going to place your finger at the bottom over there. There we go. Okay, and we're going to do a high five of mindfulness. And this is how it works. As you breathe in, you trace your finger up your thumb. And as you breathe out, you trace your finger down. As you breathe in, you trace your finger up. And as you breathe out, you trace your finger down. You do the same for the middle finger. You do the same for the ring finger. You do the same for the little or the pinky finger. And we do this together. 4 seconds of inhale, 4 seconds of exhale. There are 3 places that you can focus. 1, on what it feels like to touch. 2, what it feels like to be touched, tickled. 3, the breath. Let's do it together. A high five of mindfulness. Here we go. Your second in breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lovely. Okay, good stuff. Well done. There we go. So technically we've got 4 breaks for you. 1 break, stretch. Second break, parasympathetic sigh. Stop laughing at me. 3 is our box breathing. 4 is our high five of mindfulness. We take 4 breaks. Thank you very much for the message that says, hi, are we going to share this presentation? It'll be on the NHRS website, so we'll make sure that you get your key takeaways for this. Okay, let's jump on to number 3, friends. Number 3, oh, here's a controversial one. 3 active ant killings daily. You are going to kill ants. You're going to kill 3 of them daily. But the ants we are speaking about are not the little ants that run around, the little black ones. We are speaking about something different. The average human brain does a lot of thinking, about 70,000 thoughts per day. We know because of our negativity bias that most of these thoughts are negative, and an ant is an automatic negative thought. An automatic negative thought. What are automatic negative thoughts? They are those thoughts that pop up that are negative, and they are always negative. And it's because we err on the side of caution all the time. It's totally normal for us to be negative. We fear things, and so we want to speak about them. We want to articulate them. We want to ruminate. We want to think about. We are scared because there are lots of things that are out to kill us. And by the way, if we go back 12,000 years ago, you are more likely to die a violent death than you were if you were a soldier in World War II. It was more dangerous 12,000 years ago when we lived in caves and in plains and in tents, right? We were going to die violent deaths. Everything was out to kill us. And so what does that mean right now? It means in 2022, me and you are looking out for everything that's about to kill us. And everything becomes and has this negativity about it. And it's totally normal, but it's making us unhappy. It's making us unhealthy. It's making us more depressed and more anxious than we need to be. And so we want to begin to work on these automatic negative thoughts, and we want to kill them. And we do that by being active about them. In other words, we actively want to kill these ants. How do we do that? So the first thing you want to do is you want to begin to notice when these thoughts come up. And when they do come up, you want to say to yourself, okay, first of all, is this thought true? So I'll give you an example. I look over and I see my boss speaking to my colleagues, and boom, automatic negative thought. My boss likes my colleagues more than she likes me. Boom, automatic negative thought. I see it. I ask myself the question, well, Grant, is that true? Do you know for a fact that your boss likes her more than she likes you? Do you know that for a fact? Are there facts to prove that unequivocally? Yes or no? Next one, does that thought actually serve you? Is it a servicing, valuable thought? In other words, is the thought that my boss likes someone else more than me a valuable thought? Is it serving me? The next question, is there another explanation for why she's always talking to her and not to me? Is there another way to look at the situation? Maybe they have more in common. Maybe they have kids and I don't have kids. Maybe there is another explanation. Maybe I mustn't just accept the first negative thought that pops into my head. And then what advice would you give a friend if they were having that thought? And this is a fantastic way to kill the little ant, to kill the automatic negative thought. So you can use these 4 questions. When you notice the automatic negative thought, watch it, notice it, and then kill it. Okay, kill the automatic negative thought. It's a great practice, and try to do 3 active killings. And then I would recommend having a journal and writing down those active negative thoughts that you killed today. I killed the negative thought about my boss today. I went and I actively killed it. Okay, active and killings, do your thing. That's number 3. Number 2, friends, is 2 things you are grateful for daily. You know, I love this quote from Oprah Winfrey. She says, opportunities, relationships, even money flowed my way when I learned to be grateful no matter what happened in my life. And why? Well, it's pretty simple. Expressing gratitude can positively change your brain. Yeah, it boosts your dopamine levels, your serotonin levels. It helps with your neurotransmissions of the brain. It improves your mood almost immediately. It gives you that positive feeling of pleasure. And so you want to write down and think about 2 things you're grateful for every day. And when you do that, Dr. Richard Hanson says to us, when you do that, what you want to do is, and I'm going to ask you right now, let's do this together. I want you to, in the chat or at home, wherever you are, put in 2 things you're grateful for into the chat right now, or write them down. So I'm going to make an announcement. Oh, here we go. I can make an announcement. I am grateful for you. Literally, for you. That's right. And I'm grateful for, let's think. Oh, there's so much. Oh, I'm grateful for my little puppy. I'm super grateful. So those are my 2. What are yours? Pop them in the chat for me. Let's see them. Or write them down. Write 2 things you're grateful for. Maybe it's your wife, your husband, your health, your job. It's the sun, maybe. It's that you can go traveling again. It's that the world is opening up. It's whatever it is. Write those things down. Write them down for you. And as you write them down, Dr. Richard Hanson says you really want to feel them. You want to feel that gratitude. So as I sit with you right now, I think of my puppy. I think of his puppy little smell. I think of his puppy smile. I think of his mischievousness. And I'm so grateful for him. And then I sit with that feeling. Dr. Richard Hanson says this is what's boosting the dopamine. This is what's boosting the serotonin. This is boosting the feel-good hormones. And it's rewriting the neurological pathways in the brain. That's what it's doing. So in the Q&A, as you write them down, thank you so much for coming through. I'm grateful to be alive and surrounded by people that care for my well-being. Thank you, Anonymous. This is a beautiful one. Family, genuine friendships. Thank you so much. As you feel those, I'm grateful for my family. Thank you. Right. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be in this webinar. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my good health. I'm grateful for food. Beautiful. As you feel those things, right? As you feel, sit with them, let them grow. Think about your boyfriend, Anonymous. Think about all his good traits. Think about everything that he is. Get that smile on your face. I want to see it, Anonymous. There we go. That's the gratitude that we're speaking about. Try to do that twice a day. Try to get into the habit of going and writing down, being with those things we are grateful for. All right, we haven't done number 1 just yet. Let's recap. Number 10 minutes of sunshine daily. You want to do it first thing in the morning if you can. Number 9 is 9,000 steps a day. Number 8 is 8 hours of sleep. If you can get it, try. Number 7 glasses of water. Number 6, let's create the habit of mindfulness for 6 minutes a day. Let's get those 5 servings of fruit and veg in as a habit every day. Number 4 is breaks. Remember we said stretch, parasympathetic sigh. We said box breathing. We said high 5 of mindfulness. Let's try to add those into our day. Let's try to create the habits of blocking out those times during our day and creating those breaks. We're going to look at our active ant killing. We're going to watch when the thought is negative. And as the thought is negative, what are we going to do? We're going to kill it. How are we going to do that? We're going to use those 4 sentences. And then the next one is 2 things we are grateful for daily. Okay, grateful for daily. What are you grateful for? So you can go and look at the Q&As. I am grateful for the beautiful sunshine. I'm grateful for my beautiful son. I'm grateful for being alive. I'm grateful for my job. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, good stuff, right? Okay, we're on to number 1. And number 1 is I want you to have more fun as an adult. Yeah. I want you to do something that is intrinsically motivated every day. And it's not just me, it's scientists. Okay, what you want to do is, this is probably the most important one. We're too serious as adults. We do things for extrinsic circumstances or motivations only. What does this mean? So the best way to describe this is, I was walking one day with a friend's daughter. She was like 10 years old. I'm lying to you, she's younger, she's like 7. And we're walking to the water slide at a water park. And I turned to her and I said, Ailish, why are you going on the water slide? And she looked at me like I was silly and she said, because it's fun. And she ran off and she went on the water slide. So her experience of the water slide was intrinsically motivated. It was fun. It was, I'm going to go on this water slide because it's fun. Now, let's just say that water sliding was an Olympic sport. And I turned to her and I said to her, hey, Ailish, why are you going on the water slide? And she turned to me and she said, Grant, because I want to earn a gold medal one day for water sliding, so I need to practice. Now, that's an extrinsic motivation. In other words, there's extrinsic reward for her at the end, her gold medal. But instead, her slide was intrinsically motivated. So you can think of your actions every day. We drink a cup of coffee to stay awake, external. We go for a walk to earn our points on our phone and get our 10,000 steps so we can be proud of ourselves as we go for the walk, and we can get rewards from our medical aid, external. We sing in a bar to earn money, external. All 3 of those things we can turn to intrinsically motivated activities. We drink coffee for the sake of drinking it. We go for a walk without our watch and we just enjoy. We go and sing at a bar because we love singing. So in other words, we move the thing from an external into an intrinsically motivated activity. You want to do 1 intrinsically motivated activity a day. Do it for the sake of doing it. Drink coffee for the sake of drinking coffee. Have a burger for the sake of eating a burger, and just do it. Just do it. And I want to encourage you right now as we end off the session together. I'm going to click play on a music video. Please let me know if you can see it. And all I want you to do is just sit with it and enjoy it for no other reason as we end this webinar right now. Just enjoy it. Put on your favorite piece of music. Just listen to it. Just do 1 fun thing every day. Add it into your day. It's going to make you happier and healthier. Friends, it's been an honor and a privilege to be here. As I click play, just enjoy it, and let's move it on. You won't hear it now. It sort of clicks in a few moments now. Let me know if you can hear it as it does, and just enjoy the music video. Just sit with the music video. Be with the music video. That's your number 1 intrinsically motivated thing you do. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Look after yourself, and I will see you soon.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.